Hi, thank you for joining me today. I'm Teresa Crawley at Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. Today I'm going to be showing you a 2023 Renegade Verona. This is the 36 VSB floor plan. So just a little bit over 37 feet in total length, a great length for you to get in and out of places, some of the smaller parks, to be able to park in your parking lots if you don't want to stay at a reserved place. This is a great little unit, and it is pre-owned, although you're not going to believe it when we get inside that is actually pre-owned. Just a little bit over 2,000 miles on this unit. Nothing wrong with it, just was traded back in. So sometimes people find that they have different needs or wants than what they initially thought, or they just have more money than they know what to do with. So this is a great unit if you're looking for a Verona for a little bit of a price discount. Some of the great things about the Verona, we've got this built on an M2 106 Freightliner chassis. One of the best things about having a Super C is the access to the engine compartment and all that lies in there. So we'll look at a little bit of what's going on in here. We've got a Cummins L9 engine. This has 360 horsepower, but don't let that fool you. This is not like a 360 that you'd have on a pickup truck or on even a Class A diesel pusher. This is going to have a lot more torque, a lot more steady power for you going up mountains, towing, etc. This has 1,150 foot-pounds of torque and 20,000 pounds of towing capacity. Those of you that like to be able to work on things, this is great for you. It's also great for those of you who don't want to work on things because it's easy access. You can get it worked on at a lot of places. I mean, this is a truck that, you know, a lot of other applications are using, Pepsi and Amazon and milk trucks and buses and all kinds of things. So there are a lot of people in the United States that can work on this unit. You do have your fuel filter water separator right here, your power steering fluid, you can check your oil. All of this stuff is right here. And just to mention, you also have to think about if there was an impact. All of this is going to be in front of you if there was an accident. So this is a very, very safe truck to be driving. I did want to mention that we have a 3-piece steel bumper in the front here. 3-piece, what that means is that this will break away if there's an impact here, and you can just replace this piece rather than replacing the whole thing. It's going to fold in and kind of protect some of the stuff going on in here. So just some of the great features of this Super C. This is really easy to open and close. It's on shocks, so makes it really easy. It has this upgraded front that's pretty cool looking, kind of aggressive. But more importantly, we do have LED lights up here. We also have some lights here. Your collision mitigation system sensor is here. So that's the on-guard collision mitigation. This is going to have that adaptive cruise control as well as lane tracking. So that's just going to help you be reminded if you're drifting a little, if you're maybe sleepy, you need to wake up and maybe pull over. Just a great safety system. We also have these really bad-ass looking American racing wheels in the black finish. This just gives this such a cool look. And of course, really great Goodyear tires. We couldn't get those for a long time, but these are going to keep you on the road really nice and long. One of the things about driving a Super C is it's really stout on the road. So a lot of other coaches you're going to feel kind of blown around. This is going to be stout for you, get you over the passes. You're not going to feel whipped around when you're driving. They're pretty heavy on the bottom, so that's going to help with all of that stuff. Of course, we have full body paint. We've got these side view cameras that are in a really good location, so you can see traffic, or if there's a child where you're trying to drive in a parking lot or something, a dog, etc. So really great to have that. Another nice thing here is that you have your fuel and your DEF in one location, so you don't have to fill up your fuel, pull forward, and get some DEF in there as well. We do have two 50-gallon diesel tanks, one on either side, that connect together in the middle, so you can fill them both at the same time, save you time at the pump. Another thing I wanted to show you is that this has got a really easy way to get in and out of this cab. So grab handles, Once you get up here, you can get onto this grab handle. So this is a lot easier cab to get into than some of the Super Cs I've seen. We'll keep going around here and we can see what's in the basement. We've got your starting battery and your house battery, a deep cycle down there. One thing way in the back, I'm gonna have to kind of bend over and show you this. You do have an air line here. So that air line can be used if you need to fill tires or fill up something that you've got that you're playing with on the road, like a raft or the tires on your ATV or bikes or whatever, but it's nice that you have that there. The other thing I want you to notice is how well made these bay doors are. They close really easily and they seal really well. Down here we have your AquaHot 250D system. That is going to be your furnace for the coach, also your hot water system. It's a tankless hot water system, so as much water as you have, it can be hot, but that'll also heat up the coach for you. So this basement is really well insulated. We've got it undercoating sprayed, but also on these tanks, we've got 75 gallons of black, 75 gallons of gray. They also have heat pads on them. So these are going to be safe from a freeze if you keep those tank heaters on. The other thing is having that AquaHot in this basement system is going to help with that as well. So if you have that running, that's also going to help with that. This is where you're going to dump your gray and black water. There's a hole here that you can put your tube through, and so that opens really easily. And if you buy from Transwest, we do a very thorough walkthrough and have after-sales support for you. So if you forget any of this or don't understand it, we're more than happy to go over it with you. This is, of course, your water bay. We have a whole house water filter. We have a place that you can spray off your feet or your dog or your toy. This is a little place to garage your hose, your black hose, so that it keeps the rest of this area sanitary. And then we have your city water hookup here. This is on a power rewind reel. So you just push a button here and it'll go away for you. You don't have to mess with the dirty, wet, cold hose. You also have a cable hookup if the park you're at has cable for you. Your black tank wash, and then your dumping valves here. You also have a really great monitor here so you can see what your levels are at. 0% black, 0% fresh right now since it's just sitting on the lot, not ready to go. So kind of handy to have that outside as well. This is going to be your Onan quiet diesel generator. It's an 8000, and you can hear that going right now. We have that going because the air conditioners are on inside, but it's not terribly loud or obnoxious or stinky for that matter. And back here is your 50 amp plug-in, and this again is on one of those power rewind reels. So you can just push a button and that'll go away for you. Renegade also includes a 50 to 30 for you in case you're at a park that doesn't have a 50 amp plug-in. So that's kind of nice that they do that. And then this is your 50-foot hose for that airline I was just showing you. So you have that available already too. Right here we have your transfer switch with surge protector. So it's nice that that's already in there for you. You don't have to worry about brownout or blackout or power surge at a park if you're plugged in. Let's look at this one-piece molded fiberglass back cap. It's really good looking. And in case you didn't get a good shot of the paint, it's silver, kind of a charcoal gray and a black. So something that's not going to go out of style, timeless, also looks really cool, especially with those black racing wheels. Like I said, we have a 20,000 pound towing hitch here with a 2-inch receiver. We also have a Voyager here, and what that's going to do is if you have a trailer that you're towing behind there, that's going to hook the camera up from that to your front monitor. So you can switch between your truck and your trailer camera system. We also have your 7-pin towing system hooked up here for your braking system on your trailer. So that's already set up for you. Again, LED lights. We've got a backup camera there so you have good visibility on what you're towing or just who's behind you. Over here is where we get more of the true storage. So they did a really great job of lining these with kind of a carpet material. That's going to help with vibration, sound, not breaking the things that are down here. And this bay in particular has a lengthy amount of space for you to put your longer, bigger items. So if you have a table, picnic table you want to bring, chairs, things like that, you actually have a spot here. In older days on these Super Cs, we never had any space for our longer items, so it was kind of frustrating. They're doing everything they can to make that better for you now. This one has a little bit of that longer space as well. Not quite as deep, but a really wide storage bay here. And again, check out these. I mean, these things close well. They're very sturdy. They don't mess around at Renegade. Here's another similar bay. This one happens to have 110 plugins here. So if you had a boom box, I mean, how old am I? But if you had something like that, there's actually a place you can put the cord through here, whatever you needed, and plug it in there. We also have lights in all of these bays down here as well. So little flip-on lights. Here we have your flat screen LED Samsung TV and a sound bar. So you can hook into this JBL sound bar with your phone, listen to music outside, or just blast the TV. One more bay, which is actually full with an ottoman, your 3,000 watt inverter, and then you'll see there's some slide locks down there. And the purpose of those is if you're in travel mode and you're going down some bumpy roads or something, that's just going to help the integrity of the slides so they don't start shimmying out. It's just a really good thing to keep them well intact. I do recommend remembering to take them off though, because if you try to open your slides, that's going to be a problem. So one super cool thing about Renegade is they use the Firefly system and the Vega Touch. And I've actually connected it to my phone so I can show you a little bit how it works. What's so great about this is that I can open my slides and my awnings from outside the coach. And I've had the situation happen where I'm in the coach, I'm trying to open the slides, but I really can't see what I may or may not be hitting. So it makes you nervous and you kind of want somebody to go out, but sometimes somebody's not with you to go out. But here, I can just do this from my phone right here and extend both of my slides so I can see exactly what it is not hitting. And it's a lot safer and a lot more, I'm a lot more confident doing it. This also will control your awning from wherever you are. So say you're just lazy and you want to sit in your patio chair and not get up, but you want your awning open, you can do it right from your phone. I'm just holding this button right here. So before I open the other slide, I thought we would go inside and just see what the walking space is. So the back one is open, but that's not really gonna deter what we're seeing here. So let's go on inside. And I'll get that other one open when we're in here. You will notice as we are walking up the stairs though, that your disconnect is right here in a very convenient location. You also have an entry step override, so you can turn off the step mechanism if you're coming in and out a lot. Also a jumper, kind of, that's what I would call it. So if you need to start your generator, you can pull from the house batteries to do that, or chassis batteries if need be. So that's what the E-start means. You also have a fire extinguisher here, and your automatic levelers are right here. So very simple to use these. For those of you who don't have automatic levelers, it's literally power, auto level. You wait for it, it finishes, and you're level. You don't have to mess with it ever again. You don't have to worry about getting on blocks or anything like that. All right, so we're in the coach now. I wanted you to see, you've got plenty of walking room in here. I don't know if you got to see this, but Plenty of room here at the tightest point. Then you got a lot of kitchen space, so I could get in here and even cook with the slides closed. Can get into this refrigerator all the way, no problem. These things are important, especially if you're stopping at a rest stop or if you just don't want to open your slides because you're in a hurry. You're able to get to your bathroom, you're able to get to your back bedroom, your washer dryer is all here. So really great amount of space when this thing is closed up. So that being said, I'm going to open it up. Now this is another Firefly panel. So I had one on my phone, but I also have one here that I can control the same things. So front slide, let's go ahead and extend that. And since I know there's nothing out there right now, I feel okay doing this. If I was concerned, I would get on my phone and go outside and do it that way. So really quiet, fast slide outs in this coach. They just improved them this year. I'm really thrilled with that. And then you can see we've got a lot of space in here when it's closed up. And that little purring was just telling me that that slide is completely out. So in this coach, instead of a couch, they've optioned in some theater seats. I'll show you just real quick. These have a really nice footrest that pops up. They do go back quite far, so a really great spot to watch TV or hang out. There's a little spot in here that you could put some remote controls, maybe hide your chocolate from your kids, and then your drink holders here. Oops, I didn't get that in all the way, sorry. So up here, we do have storage, and you'll notice how nicely these hinges are made. Again, this is something Renegade takes really seriously. And that may not seem like a big deal, but over the years, as you're in an earthquake every day that you're taking this somewhere, the integrity of these are gonna decompose if they're not done very well. And that's when you get all this squeakiness in motorhomes. You'll get things where the doors don't want to close anymore because they're off and need an adjustment all the time. But this, Renegade does them right. They're made really well. So you can get a lot of stuff in there because there's not barriers between each one, but also they're just gonna last longer and not be annoying as you go down the road. Here we have your booth dinette, obviously. This is going to make into a sleeper if need be. So you've got a place for a short person, and I think I locked this, but just to give you kind of an easy how this works, there's little ledges on either side of this, and you kind of lift these up, and then it'll go down on the lip. So it's not that hard. We usually don't do it on camera because it's a little bit awkward, but here you go. So that's easy peasy. And then you've actually got pieces that fit in that void or on the table part under both sides of these. And when you're not using those, you can obviously use this as storage. So a good place to put your pots and pans and things like that, extra food. So the rest of the living area, I'm going to go back around this way. We do have another sleeper section up here. So this is about the size of a queen size bed. There is a ladder that connects in here. But some of the great things about this little place is it's like a perfect place for kids to be. It has a privacy curtain. There's a TV back there. They've got their own lights. A little cubby back here to store their things and plugins back there. And then we have this really great shade up there. I'll show you, it can let a lot of natural light in here. Really great when you're going down the road. But also, you know, it can be closed up when it's nighttime. So that's really nice feature that they've just started adding to these. This, of course, can go away. It's a little bit heavy, so I'm not going to do it right this second, but it's good to have that. And then right here we have another Samsung flat screen TV and sound bar. So for watching TV, this will come out and move around. So even if you're at that booth dinette, you can get a good view of the TV. Or if you're at these theater seats, you're going to have a great view of it. And it clips right back into place. So then, kitchen storage. We'll go over this real quick. These are your manuals just stored up in here, and some extra manuals there. But there is a good amount of space over there to put some things for cooking. And then we have a good sized sink. And this is a solid surface sink. These are solid surface countertops throughout the whole coach. There's no particle board with stickers on it, so that's nice. This is going to last. Then you've got, of course, a spray out here for your sink. Another thing throughout the whole coach is that we have the day and night roller shades. Really a big fan of these. They're not noisy going down the road, and they do a great job of blacking out or just shading the sun. Down here, more storage. And they've even included a trash can for you. It's the perfect size. Up here we have some of your audio-visual equipment. So if you're not using a DVD player or anything like that, you could actually take these shelves out and use it just for more kitchen storage, but it is there if you need it. Also a place to plug in a box for your Winegard satellite system. And then of course your convection microwave oven. Over here we have an induction cooktop. So this is 100% electric coach. There's no propane on here at all. For those of you who get nervous about that because you boondock a lot, I assure you there's more than enough power in this coach for you. We've got solar, we've got generator, we've got good batteries, big inverter. So don't worry about these things. They're very low draw nowadays, so your electric cooktop isn't going to take all your power. This as well. The things that are going to be high draw, you might have to start your generator for, like your air conditioning or your blow dryer, things like that. Anyway, so 2-burner induction cooktop. And then we have 3 of these drawers that I was starting to show you, but they are full extension, ball bearing, guided drawers, and soft close. Down here, I opened this for just a moment, but I wanted you to see that you actually have breakers in here, so you can just reset those rather than having to switch out all the time. So it's nice that this is all located here. Oh, I might not open that one, but anyway, nice that it's all located there. You can get to it really easily. And then here's that Firefly system I was showing you briefly that does the awnings as well as the slide outs, but it also controls your lighting. So we can just do interior master on off, or we can do specific ones like I want my vanity lights on or off. This is your power system. You can see exactly what's running, how much you have in each bank, like your chassis battery, your house battery. Down here we have your heating and cooling system. We do have a heat pump on this, so if it's above freezing, you can use that to warm your coach up, but you also have your aqua hot furnace system and your 15,000 BTU air conditioning units. You have 2 of those on here. This is your bathroom max air vent, and that's something that sucks the air out and the moisture out really quickly. So really great thing to have on here. And then of course, again, the slide out controls, as well as the awning controls on this screen. And then you can set yourself up here with the mobile app, diagnose the network, your AquaHot, all of those things. So really smart system. Our technicians really like this system. It's easy to use. It makes a lot of sense. Whereas some of the other systems are just complicated and have a hard time communicating. So this thing is really awesome for a lot of reasons. Here we have some pantry storage, and then some really nice pull-out pantry space. So 2 really deep ones down here as well. So these are really good size. One more up here. This one goes out back pretty deep, so you could even put cookie sheets and things like that up there. Of course, we have your Samsung refrigerator. I like that they chose to put the one without the handles here. Sorry, that was locked. Just so you have more walking space in here. It makes a lot of sense. So, of course, freezer with your ice maker down here. Then we're ready to go into the hallway / bathroom area. So the first thing on your driver's side is going to be your washer and dryer. And these open up really wide so you can really get in there. They're Splendide, separate pieces too, which is really great. The all-in-ones, they seem like a good idea, but they really don't execute very well. They take a really long time and not great. We also do have a privacy door here, as well as to the master bedroom. So if you need to close off this space for any reason, you have the ability to do so. All right, back here we have your shower and stool room. And you might notice that they did put a sunroof in here. So for you taller folks, you're going to be able to fit into the shower easily. We have some storage here. And then you may have seen that Max Air fan is what I was talking about earlier. It's right there. So that'll suck the moisture out of here really, really quickly. I'm going to say 10 seconds. It works great. And of course you do have a privacy door here as well. Directly opposite, I have a place to get ready separate from the shower and stool area. So 2 people can be getting ready at the same time. I've got a good sized medicine cabinet here, and it actually does go back further than meets the eye. And then just some drawers here. And you can see that area hopefully really well. I also have another Firefly panel right here. So if I wanted to change lights and things like that, it's just right here, right outside the bedroom. So I have 2 inside. I can have one on my phone as well. So really handy. And then we're in the master bedroom. This is a king-size bed. Now I'll tell you, there is no storage under this bed because you have 2 75-gallon water tanks under the bed. I think that's really smart because it keeps them warm and insulated if it happens to be freezing. We do have some storage up here. And I like that these don't hit each other, which they do in some other coaches. But we have 4 across there, and there's no divider in there, so you can put a lot up there. So we do have opening windows on either side, so you can get a nice cross breeze in here. We also have our own reading light. We can start our generator from this button right here. And then we can turn on our reading and our ceiling lights from right here. So if it's time to go to sleep, I want to turn them all off, I can just hit that button. I also have the ability to turn the water pump on from that location. This is your shirt hanging closet. And they also made this so you can remove this and make it just really, really long for all your ball gowns and things that you're going to carry camping. But anyway, it is removable. And then there's a huge storage down here that kind of replicates this one. I think if you're not somebody that's going to hang a lot of stuff, that's going to fit your suitcases really, really well. Oops. And then here, another audio-visual cabinet. And then 2 of these drawers down here. So, place for your socks and things like that. Of course, this is where your emergency exit is, and another flat screen Samsung TV. One more hanging space. And you'll notice that it lit up when I opened it, so that's a nice feature as well. And then we have 4 of these, exactly the same size going down here. So there's a lot of nice things to say about this Verona very well made, very sturdy, very stout, going down the road and just in functionality for livability. We can go into the cab area and I can show you some of the features in there. I think we went over most of the basics. And if any of this is confusing, or I didn't say enough, or you just want more information, we can definitely give you more information on this. We also do teach you how to use it, like I said earlier. So as intimidating as this cab looks, it's really quite simple to use. So I just turned the ignition on. It's now going to test some systems. That's your lane detect, just making sure that it's working and it's telling you left, right. Over here we have your cruise control and your light settings, your wipers, your mirror adjustments. Like I said, really simple. This is going to be your Allison transmission, so reverse, neutral, drive. You can change the mode to eco or manual if you choose to do that, and downshift here or upshift there. You got your fog lamp, engine brake. We have a high-low here. That's a great thing to have on something this big, especially going down the mountains where we live. Very helpful. You have powered windows, mirror heat, locking for the cab, and you can change the suspension height for when you hook up what you're towing. You have a spot lamp. Regen is for your emissions system. That's part of that whole DEF system. Your lane alert is that thing that I was telling you, if you kind of are wandering lane to lane, it's going to buzz at you. You can actually turn that off if that's not helpful to you. Docking lights here. This is a tire pressure monitoring system. Really nice that that's already built in. This is where you can change that camera from trailer to truck. And this is your smart cruise control. So that's going to be adaptive cruise control, and you can change how far of a distance you want it to be before it alerts you. It's a really nice system up here. These seats are air ride and very comfortable, nice and cush, so you're going to be able to go a long time in these seats. But one of the other great things about this is this Garmin system. It does come off, so you can use it like an iPad. And of course, this is going to be your stereo system, which is Sirius capable. We also have your phone system on here. But I wanted to show you some other things. Let's see. Let's get this to go back home. So I have navigation in here. I can push this button and it'll show me all the close by campgrounds. It can show me my trip history. Just look at a map, my weather radar, my traffic situation. Vehicle profile is going to be where you put in your height, weight, width, so you don't get stuck anywhere like under a bridge that's too short for you. And your trip planner. So really, really comprehensive system here. Of course, you have your phone situation there, and then your stereo system as well. But this is smart. And then here's your cameras, if I can get that to pull up. Oh, sorry. So your camera systems are going to be on here as well, and you can set those to just be showing all the time. Actually RV controls as well, so pretty cool. Of course, it's a computer, so it's not going to be fast for me, but your owner's manual is on there, all kinds of stuff. So again, we can teach you how to use this. It's hard to do just on the fly like this because it's a computer, it takes a minute, but anyway, really comprehensive system here. Really great truck, really easy to drive, surprisingly. These people get really intimidated, but it's actually really easy to drive and possibly safer than some other RVs that you might be thinking about. If you need any more information, please reach out to me. My name is Teresa Crawley, Transwest Truck Trailer RV in Frederick, Colorado. I have this pre-owned 36 VSB Verona as well as other Renegades all the way up to the Icon line here, as well as other brands. So more than happy to help you. Please reach out, and I hope you have a great rest of your day.